Hey everyone, and welcome to the Magical Miracle Network. My name is Ruth Perkinson, and I am so over the moon that you guys are here with me today on Thursday, September the 7th, 2023. It's really hot here in Richmond, Virginia. This is where we are broadcasting from, this Magical Miracle Network that is a free trade school for all beings across our region here locally, regionally, nationally, and we hope one day globally. That's really what we want, is for this to be a global network where people can come and get free information that is based on the teachings of A Course in Miracles. And so before I go any further, I'm just going to pull out the Holy Grail here. This is the Holy Grail, which is what I call it. This is A Course in Miracles. It is about $30 or $35. It comes from the Foundation for Inner Peace. It's been here since 1976, so for quite a while, but really not that long. It's a beautiful channeled work. Helen Schuckman and Bill Thetford brought this through, and the author of this is Jesus, or as I sometimes call him, Yeshua ben Joseph. So this is A Course in Miracles. And so we really want you guys to just get a copy of this. It just lovingly corrects Christianity. It lovingly corrects Buddhism, and it lovingly corrects modern day psychotherapy. It's getting us out of duality, into semi-duality, into non-duality, and into pure non-duality, which is source, God, all that is, which is the only truth that there is. Source, God, love, all that is. It never changes. God is perfect and God never changes. And so we're very vigilant only for God and his, her, they kingdom. There's really no gender in God, but we just really want to make sure that we're vigilant only for love, only for love. And that's one of the biggest teachings out of A Course in Miracles, is to teach only love. For that is what you are, right there out of chapter 6. I talk about that a lot because it's just so simple to be and teach only love, for that is what you are. So today we have an activity for the whole family. This is for the whole family. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do is, from time to time, I'm going to hold up a little diagram, and I'm going to ask you to pause and have your kids or you or your wife or your spouse, whoever is there in the family, to make a couple of notes, and then have that and really write it down. Take the time to write it down and look at what these notes are all about. Okay. And then we'll do that activity here shortly. Also, what I'd like you guys to do, if you can think about it over the next couple of weeks, if you're joining this beautiful network, I've got these crystals that I use to help with identifying what the ego looks like, helping to identifying what the decision-making mind looks like, and helping to identify what the actual Holy Spirit mind looks like. So let's go ahead and do that first. Let's talk about what a symbol is of the ego. So this is the symbol that I use of the ego. It looks like that. And you guys can go out and find a rock. It's very simple. Go out in the yard and find a symbol for the ego. It's very small. Okay. And there's really two other parts to the ego I want to show you, which is the ego's version of special love, which is a tiny little heart. We'll talk more about that later. So find a tiny little heart, because the ego is all about special love. So you want to find a rock that's got like a tiny little heart. And then also the ego is also about special hate. So we want to make sure that we've got another little symbol that we can put together with the ego. And what I do is I put them in this little crystal bowl, and I've got the ego in there with special love and special hate. And it really just helps me understand that that's what the ego is all about. Okay. The other thing that you might want to do is, I get this from Ken Wapnick because he's one of the best teachers, I feel, of A Course in Miracles. And I want you guys to find a blue crystal, like a lapis, like a little third eye crystal. This might be very helpful. And what this represents is the decision-making mind. okay? And everyone here on planet Earth in our star system and the Milky Way has a decision-making mind. Even the animals have a decision-making mind. Even the plants have a decision-making mind. Okay, now, so getting a crystal like that might be helpful for you and your kids, okay? And then the other crystal that you might want to get, or just something that you can even draw or cut out a piece of paper, is a symbol for the Holy Spirit, okay? And the Holy Spirit is our way out of duality. So this is taking us out of duality, through semi-duality, through non-duality, all the way home to Christ and to God, okay? So those are those things. Those three things is, again, it's a black rock to just represent generally the ego. Also a small little heart rock to generally represent the ego's interpretation of special love, which we'll talk about. And just an extra little black rock in there, 3 rocks, which represents the ego's special hate, okay? And again, a blue rock to represent the decision-making mind. And then also you can have a heart rock like this to represent the Holy Spirit thought system. The other thing I want to mention as well is I got this from a beautiful spirit up in New York City, one of my beautiful friends who does A Course in Miracles. And this is a rock that says, and I hope I can do this right, it says forgive. And he gave this to me on a keychain and it broke recently. And what I've decided to do is to use the crystal for the Holy Spirit and to use the word forgive. I hope I have that the right side up. If I don't, forgive me. I am half blind. I have a visual challenge, but this is the symbol for forgiveness that I will put right underneath the Holy Spirit thought system, because this is the symbol. The forgiveness is our way out of duality, which is this world of form that we appear to be in. Okay, so stop the video. Talk about that for a minute. Go out and play outside. Find some rocks. Find some crystals. This may be helpful for you guys. And I'll just wait here for a moment. Okay, great. So hopefully you've gotten that. And if you don't have that, you can get it in the next week or so. But just have that, because I think it is very important. It's very helpful. It helps me. So I'm hoping it'll also help you. The next thing I want you guys to do is to take a picture of this, which is this diagram on the illusion of the ego mind. This is a diagram of the illusion of the ego mind. And up here it says mind, and over here it says false. This is the ego, and it's special. And I'm going to just do this. Over here it has the word body. And the ego is all about separation, sin, and the blocks to the awareness of love's presence. It's all about special love. And what that means is like a special attribute that you might see in another person, a special, something that separates. Okay, we'll talk more about that later, but special love. And it also has special hate as well. The ego attacks, the ego defends. The ego is all about guilt and punishment and pain and death and sickness. And just as a reminder, all guilt in the mind produces pain that you feel in the body, okay? So just pause for a second. Remember, the thought comes first, then the feeling, and then the behavior. So if you're thinking with the ego mind, you can be sure that you might get a sickness somewhere in your body. And this, again, is how my eyes got sick. Okay, I've got visual challenge here. So this is the ego diagram that I want you guys to jot down. The ego is also loves to deny, like, oh, I didn't do that. Okay, loves to deny, loves to project. In other words, make everybody else wrong except for itself. It's always projecting. It's not me, it's you. It's not me, it's you. It's not me, it's you. How often have we heard that, right? Especially in our natal families. All right, and then down here, I'll take my glasses off so I can see this a little bit better. The ego miscreates problems, and it's the drama. Now, the ego is all about counting up all of the dramas in your relationships. Have you ever done that before? You just count, oh, he did that, she did that. I'm keeping score. I've got a whole journal. Oh my God, I can't believe he did that. It's keeping score. That's what the ego does. So stop the video and just take a moment to take a picture of that. Thank you so much. The next thing I want to show you, so you can pause if you'd like to get another piece of paper, is this next one, which is a little simpler. This is the spirit thought system. This is the true self. This is truly who you are. Okay, you are holy love. You know, isn't that fun? You are holy love. You're completely innocent. You're completely guiltless. It's just beautiful. You're full of love. It's just an amazing thing. So it's unity, it's innocence, and it's love. Okay, so there's no separation, there's no guilt, there's no fear. And what gets you to this perfect place of peace in your heart and mind is true forgiveness. And that leads you home to God. And so the Holy Spirit's true forgiveness and love and laughter will lead you back home to your source. And that's where we're all headed. We're headed back home because we've had enough of this nonsense here. We've had enough of the terrible, awful dream of separation. The last thing I want you guys to get is a piece of paper that looks like this. And it says, you and me, and you are the decision maker. And right here in the middle, this is where I use this little crystal. You're the chooser. Thank you, Ken Wapnick, for this blue color. I love this blue color. And at any point in time, you're either choosing the ego's interpretation of whatever you're experiencing, or you're choosing the Holy Spirit's interpretation of whatever you're experiencing. So this is the chooser. So this is the chooser right there. Okay. So those three things are very important. And I really just wanted to take some time out today to give you some really fun tools as a family. You guys can have fun with this. Make the diagrams, put them up in the children's room, use these crystals to help you as you learn more about A Course in Miracles, more about the lessons of love, okay? And the more we teach our children that we're all operating from a split mind, the better everyone is. Everyone on planet Earth, I don't care who you are, is operating with a split mind. What is a split mind? The ego is the split mind, okay? The whole mind is the Holy Spirit, okay? So we're operating with these two thought systems, which are thought systems, okay? And what A Course in Miracles is doing is it's teaching us how to undo the thought system of the ego in favor of the thought system of the Holy Spirit. And when you're thinking truly with the Holy Spirit, then that's all your power right there. It really is. It's all your power. Okay. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that today with all of you. So if you have any questions, please put them in the little description box down there. I will also put down there how to get that copy of A Course in Miracles. I'm so excited because this coming Monday, I have two special guests coming on to talk about their relationship with A Course in Miracles, how they came to A Course in Miracles. His name is Scott McLean. He's a beautiful teacher of A Course in Miracles. He's coming on with his mom, Coco McLean, and they will be here with us this coming Monday. So mark your calendars this Monday. I'll be talking with them and putting the video up there as soon as I can for you guys to see their story. And so many people from across the country that I have met are coming forward and giving me their story. And I'm so excited about that. We have these in-house experts on breath work. Melissa McLaughlin is here with us, and she's going to be a regular on this global network we're trying to start. We also have Hallie Lifson, who is a beautiful expert on Mary Magdalene, and she's going to be here talking to us more and more about that. and she is also a course student. We have my friend Kim Severin, who's an amazing teacher of A Course in Miracles. She's going to be coming on from time to time and helping us figure things out because she's been doing it for such a long time. Also, we've got Margaret Porter Daniel, who is our in-house expert on prayer. And she's going to be here every couple of weeks to do a beautiful prayer with all of us. So we're really galvanizing this network together. We're kind of getting our acts together, and we are in favor of love. We are choosing love, and we are denying the ego's ability to ever affect us ever. I love you guys so much. This global network is going to be amazing. I really feel it in my heart and mind. And I have a little bit of fun news for all of you. I have written 7 books, and it's been quite challenging, especially this last book because I'm half blind. But I got a little Holy Spirit inspiration the last couple of days to go ahead. I'm getting a chill actually saying this, to go ahead and write my 8th book. So my 8th book has begun, and my 8th book will be out sometime in, I think, early January. I think it's going to be a short book, but I think it's going to be a really great book. So I'm super excited about that. And just a shout out right now to all the people who have come on to help me get this network started. You guys know who you are. These people who attend that Wednesday night class, the Practical Healing with A Course in Miracles. All of you guys that have come on to do your testimonials, I really appreciate it. So come on, everybody, join our network. We've got 71 or 72 subscribers. Hit that share button, ask a question. Just do the best you can, really, is all we're asking you to do. You are the light of the world. And I am deciding right now that we, you and me, we are winning. And Gaia and God are one. And you are perfect oneness, and you are love. You are love, you are love, you are love. So I will see all of you guys in the next video. Please be very patient with me as I try to find the stop button. And in the meantime, God bless you, and I'll see you very, very soon. Be free and make sure you're happy.